Hey Harrison, can you tell me when you first heard Sean deliver the message of trust the process, what your reaction was, and if you remember how much he almost hammered it home regularly at the beginning of the seasons?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important for a rookie coming in. It's actually very similar terminology that we used at Stanford when I was there too. And you see it time and time again, especially my years in college. There's not a lot of freshman All-Americans, but by their senior years, they're, leaders and contributors and getting drafted and stuff like that. And so the same type of situation when I got into the NFL and, Sean's second year, he was really preaching that. I think our class, the 2018 class, really bought into that and understood that it is going to be a process and you have to buy in every day with a growth mindset. And it's definitely seems to be paying off.
When a coach, regardless of what the message is, in this instance, it would be the using of trust the process. When it's used over and over and over again, is it sometimes challenging to embrace it and not maybe look at it as, all right, here we go again. He's just saying whatever he's saying.
Yes and no, but I mean, again, we brought in the right people who do buy into it, and there's not a lot of situations that trust the process doesn't account for. You can use it in almost any situation, after a win, after a loss, after injury, after things off the field, on the field, whatever. And so it's something that we buy into and do our best to show that in our day to day.
Is it still something that is prominent in Sean's approach and message to the team?
Yeah, I mean, overarching, yes, but right now we're more in that championship caliber, messaging and mission shift.
Cool. Thanks, Harrison.
Yep.
Hey, Harrison. Heather Prusak here. Good to see you.
You as well.
We talk a lot about teams or units trying to peak at the right time, especially as the playoffs are right around the corner. But I want to ask you individually. I know you guys always say there's always things you can work on with your games, but do you personally feel like you're playing your best football right now?
I don't know. I mean, I guess the production says that, but I mean, again, a lot of that stuff is just a ball bouncing your way and kind of being in the right place at the right time. I've approached every practice, every game, every meeting with the same approach since I got here. I think, if anything, I think just the camaraderie that we have as a defense and our defensive line, being able to play off of one another is something that's attributed to that. So it doesn't matter if one player is playing lights out. We have to, as a full team, play at that level. And, the sum of the parts is greater than them individually. So that's the most important thing for us.
And then you've also talked a lot about, what you've seen from Ed Oliver this season, but just the camaraderie and how you two play off of each other. How have you seen that relationship on the field grow as you've, played more next to him?
Yeah, you just flow with one another better, kind of understand. We've seen about every run you can and about every pass protection you can see with our duo in there. And so I know how Ed's going to play a certain play. I know how he knows how I'm going to see or overlap on certain formations and different looks that we get. And so the more repetition you can get with that, the better. And that's why you see, some people have great careers together. You see offensive lines who stay together through a long time. They're great offensive lines, the same with defensive units or D tackles and D ends who get to work together for a long time. Jerry and Kyle Williams here for that stretch. And so, yeah, I hope, you get that day after day, practice after practice, game after game, week after week, season after season. It could be a really, really good camaraderie.
And then how proud are you of Levi and Dane, the fact that this past defense, it really seems like it hasn't missed a beat really since Trey went down. Obviously, you guys would love to have him out there, but the fact that they've been able to step up to the challenge of filling the void that Trey leaves there, just, what can you say about what they've done there so far since Trey's been out?
Yeah, I mean, I think Levi's had a fantastic career already. 4 years into this thing, very underrated player for us. He's always stepped up in very crucial time and done his job. And then Dane, kind of a work while you wait situation, knowing that he was kind of when he came in here, but he's stepped up in such an amazing way, and we have so much trust in those guys, and that helps us up front knowing that we're going to have an extra second because of how great they're doing on the back end. So very, very proud of those guys, and happy that they're on my team.
Thanks, Harrison. Appreciate it.
Yes, good afternoon, Harrison. George Radney, Challenger Community News. How you doing this afternoon?
Doing well, thank you.
Great. Question for you. How do you get your body ready on game day for these cold weather games? Because it look like most of the rest of the way is going to be pretty much cold weather. How do you break that sweat and get your body loosened up and ready for that kickoff time?
Yeah, I mean, my routine is I like to go out on the field fairly early, like closer to 10:30 or so, a few hours before the game, on a 1 o'clock game, that is. Go out, feel the conditions, see what the turf is feeling like that day. I go back in after that, and we're inside there in the heating or whatever. So I do my full warm up in there, get a good lather sweat going, and then we have a great, through our strength staff and our sports science, our warm up as a team. We do just enough to get you primed without getting you, too fatigued, and then layers always help too.
Oh, no doubt about it. Got to have the layers. And last but not least, that looks almost like a baseball chest protector. What is that? What is that gear that you have on?
These are just our shells that we wear for our non-padded practices to, protect from little face masks or things like that that can hit you in the shoulders and chest.
Ah, beautiful. Hey, with modern technology at its best. Hey,
yeah.
Thanks a lot and good luck on Sunday, Harrison.
Thanks, George.